From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm in the Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Calling the shots in the huddle will be the eighth-year man from TCU. His first season in his 30s. The quarterback is Andy Dalton.
Two straight subpar years for the Bengals, 6-9-1 in 2016, followed by a 7-9 in 2017. Many are starting to wonder whether Andy Dalton's actually on the hot seat this year. It's unfortunate. It comes with the territory when you're a starting quarterback in the NFL, even if it's not always fair.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So we have now seen connection number one between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number one target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Green with a catch left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out wide, they have A.J. Green, who can run every route you want on the route tree and take the top off the defense with his speed, and has the length to go over the top of people to catch the ball. But maybe the most impressive thing about him, the only wide receiver ever to be a Pro Bowler in his first 7 years in the NFL.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. It's Baker Mayfield leading them out. He's the man tasked with being the savior of this franchise, the #1 overall pick from Oklahoma.
From walking on at 2 different programs in the Big 12 to a Heisman Trophy winner, Maxwell Award winner, Walter Camp winner, and unanimous All-American, not to mention the #1 overall pick in the NFL, the stars have certainly aligned for Baker Mayfield. But now comes the tough part. Can you get an 0-16 team back to respectability and hopefully in the future to playoff success?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Green, 39.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled by Jordan Willis. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Down a nickel formation here defensively.
Set.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Coming off of 9 sacks and his 6th Pro Bowl is Geno Atkins, who's an absolute force inside. Not only does he have the ability to wreck a running game because he's able to take out not just one, but often 2 blockers, his inside presence and ability to rush the passer makes things very difficult for opposing offenses.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Cincinnati Bengals offense taking the field again, and if you look at what they've done this year on the whole, would you say that they are a contender or a pretender as we hit the quote-unquote home stretch of the regular season?
Their schedule says pretender, but when you watch them play at their best, you think contender. They'd have to beat someone of that ilk. You know, in their division, can they beat Pittsburgh the next time they play them to announce to the world that, hey, they mean business? They beat Baltimore early in the season when we thought Baltimore truly was a contender. So the potential is there, but they have to show it because right now they haven't beat the most significant teams that they've played.
Now, I'm looking down the road, the last 4 games, 3 of them are on the road, weeks 14, 16, and 17, including a trip to the aforementioned Pittsburgh Steelers. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. First and 10 for Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Last year's #1 overall pick comes off the edge for this defense. Slowed a bit by injuries as a rookie. Still had 7 sacks in 11 games and showed pass rush ability that makes teams take notice because not only can he rush off the edge, he can kick inside in their nickel or sub packages and rush over the guards and create a little bit of havoc for quarterbacks trying to see upfield.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland Browns, Charles, it's been an interesting season for them. There was optimism early, a couple of wins, a lot of near wins, but a lot of that optimism has really faded, and those competitive games early in the year, they're now just losses.
And that's exactly where people were headed with their optimism. Hey, this is going to pay dividends later. Go back to the season opener against Pittsburgh. 21-21 tie. Yet everyone felt great coming out of that, thinking, hey, down the road, that'll turn into wins. And you're exactly right. They have not seen that. Head coach Hugh Jackson was fired after their loss in Week 8. He had gone 3-36-1 in his tenure. And they still have some really tough road games coming up in the second half of the year. In the division at Cincinnati, Houston leading the AFC South at the midway point, at Denver and at Baltimore. That's not easy. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They go play action. Mayfield. And it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
The Bengals getting set to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And now to the air, Dalton throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ross. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Andy Dalton now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Dalton up, play action. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Andy Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And now let's see how the young rookie bounces back. First drive in interception. How will he handle it?
And I think this is where your leaders step up for you, right? Your veteran guys put a big arm around him. All right, guy, you had one. Don't worry about it. Let's get out there and let's roll. And I'm also eager to see what the offensive coordinator is going to do. How much confidence does he have in him? Does he go safe now, or does he continue to run the full game plan?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Set. Green, 39.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 14 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. All right, let's focus now on Giovanni Bernard. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and often in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second down, Dalton. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Open man is Uzama. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Mayfield on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return, it's Peppers. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Yeah, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A give. This is Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Second down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Andy Dalton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it'll be Dalton again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Here's Dalton. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andy Dalton with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here we go now. Blue line.
First down, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. Well, Week 12 in the NFL, also Thanksgiving week, and 3 games on Thanksgiving. We know about Chicago and Detroit, Washington, and Dallas. Don't forget about the third and final game on Turkey Day, just as the early Black Friday shoppers are lining up. Atlanta and New Orleans.
And those Black Friday shoppers will be throwing serious elbows about the time this bad boy kicks off. Now, think about this weekend, or think about this Thanksgiving. It has the feel of a college rivalry weekend, doesn't it? Every game, intense rivalry. Chicago, Detroit, Washington, Dallas, and now this one, Atlanta, New Orleans. These two don't like each other very much. A huge game in the NFC South. Can't wait to watch this one. Matt Ryan, Drew Brees matching each other throw for throw.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. Blue line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 23 yards on the play.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. first down throw from Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
Set. Green 39.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to Chubb, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He's going to get it running right. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Might have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
Now, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. Now Mayfield. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Gets past one man, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's Peppers. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
All right, here we go.
To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here we go now.
They pitch it to Chubb. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Set. Boom, landed.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A run for Nick Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Uzomah. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Dalton off play action. And that is incomplete here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. Dalton once more. And caught right side. Green. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt
Still
like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. This will be Dalton again. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Operating from the gun, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. To return, it's Peppers. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go now.
Mayfield on 1st down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And an alley to run. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Mayfield now from the 50. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. A gain of 32 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Chubb. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They run it again with Chubb. Fights loose. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurry
4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They'll run with Chubb, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's go! Green 30.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And now to the air, Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set, blue line.
1st down, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Higgins. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Set, green 39, green 39.
From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Now let's go.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the red zone now, Mayfield escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Fells has it, left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Mayfield on play action. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Browns. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Green, 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. great hands there defensively to knock the ball away in the end zone. My partner just stood up. It's 4th and goal, and the game coming down to one play.
And there's no way you're getting me back down there again. They have to do it one more time. This is exciting.
Glad you remembered to come back on mic for this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. Chubb. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Kevin Huber now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Back to throw. Incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Higgins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Green 39. Green 39.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.